Hey, this is Michael Gelbart at Shift in Perspective, and with the Ancestral Storytelling Crucible, the guild that we co-create and share our stories together. And so today's theme is love. Like, how does love show up in our ancestral lineage? I think of that as like where it does show up is like the veins in our body and the arteries in our bodies, the circulation. That love circulates through us. We're creatures of love. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't love that we come from. And so who in your ancestry, parents, grandparents, siblings, uncles, aunts, great-grandparents, were loving people? Like, who can you connect with as love inside of your family lineage? Like, I know that I can connect with my grandmother Liba, my dad's mom, whom I never met. She was murdered by the Nazis in 1944 at the age of 44. And yet when I speak with her, when I access her, I feel her as unconditional love in my being. Whether that's actually her, whether that's her spirit, whether that's my own psychic sense of her, I feel this unconditional love with her. And so we can say all these ways that love doesn't show up. You know, my mother never told me that she loved me. My father was abusive. I don't know my parents. I don't know their stories. There's so many ways in which we can feel like love isn't there. We can see all the ways that it didn't show up, that we feel unloved. And that's valid too. There were the villains in our families. There were very cruel people in our families. There were people that were not loving or kind. But we can also find that love. And by sharing these love stories, whether it was our parents' love stories, right? Or our love of our siblings, or not love of our siblings, or where a grandparent showed up in such a loving and kind way, we always have that imprinted in us. What are these ancestral stories that we have and that we can hear with each other and share with each other about love in our lives? So take a moment to reflect and imagine who do you remember as a very loving presence in your childhood? How did love show up in your family? Maybe there was a dog, maybe there was a bird, maybe there was a way that your father treated your mother. Maybe it was the love you saw between your grandparents and their dancing. As we access that love and the generational experience that we have in our bodies, we can bring that love forward and backwards in time. So share those stories with each other. It's really powerful when we share these generational stories with each other. It opens up these channels. And what's more important than the channel of love? I don't know. So thanks for watching. And again, Michael Gelbart, Shift in Perspective, Ancestry Storytelling Guilds. Come and join us sometime.